friends, it's Amy at Doki Doki Forest, and today I'm going to try something a little different with my filming. I am going to try to bring you along with me as I journal. Usually I edit it because it takes me so long to make a page, but I'm going to bring you along with me. We'll see how long it runs, and I might do some editing just so that way it doesn't go over an hour. I'm hoping to keep it under an hour, and we'll just see what happens. So today I am working on the prompts for Inspired to Create, and that is actually, I should really write that down and keep it here, right? And so this is a super fun prompt challenge that is hosted by Allison at AJ's Inspired Life and Melissa at Missy Creates. And guess what? I can't even find a little piece of paper. Hold on. Stand by. See, I wasn't kidding. I really am not used to filming and just having this thing going. So here we go. Hashtag Inspired. Number 2. Create. _ 2023. So that's the hashtag. You can look up the hashtag. You can look up Allison or Melissa on their channels. If you look up the hashtag, you can see who else is participating and what they've been up to. If you want to know more about it, you can go to any of the channels involved. Go to Allison, go to Melissa. So every week they exchange prompts, and the prompts come from the letters of whatever the word of the week is. So for this week, we are doing recycle. Okay, so right as I was saying, I was going to just film this. There was a knock at the door and I had to pause and go get it. Now I am back. So yes, the word for this week that we're working on was recycle. And this was because Earth Day was approaching. And of course, there'll be a new word tomorrow. Today's Tuesday, so there'll be a new word tomorrow. Every Wednesday there's a new word. So I'm trying to get this one done before the new word comes out. My friend and I exchanged prompts. So you take the word recycle, you take each letter, and you come up with a prompt. So she gave me for R, she gave me receipt. So here I have my Trader Joe's receipt. For E, exams. So I took one of my son's exams, his test from school. Got some intense math going on here. For the first C, we have carton. Oh, I didn't even explain. The word was recycle, but the idea was also to exchange items that either were destined for the trash or the recycle bin and repurpose them. So things that would have been tossed, now we're going to take them and reuse them. So I forgot to mention that. So that's why it's like receipt, exam, and the next one, C, is carton. So I have 2 cartons I can choose from. I have a Trader Joe's orange juice, which I thought, this is really pretty. I could cut that out. Or I have a non-dairy oat beverage, which I'm not sure. I mean, it has a nice little design there, a nice little glass there. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking oranges right now, but we'll see. You never know. Then I have, Y was yellow pages. So I have some pages I ripped out of an old yellow page. Not that old. I mean, it just came in a few years ago. I was actually surprised. I didn't even think they delivered them anymore. So I grabbed 2 of those, which I think will be enough. But the added caveat is that my friend has requested that I take these yellow page papers and turn either the ripped pages into a yellow warbler or draw a yellow warbler like on the page. So I have that. Then for C, cotton ball. I forgot to get my cotton ball. Hold on, I'll go grab it. Okay, and I grabbed 2, just in case. You never know. And then L was label. So I just ripped this label off of a distilled white vinegar bottle. I just looked around to see, what do I have that has a label on it? Usually I could use something from like the peanut butter jar, but I didn't have one ready to be ripped. I suppose I could have just ripped it off, and you don't really need the label on there. Well, anyway, I have a vinegar label. And then finally, the last E was Easter egg kit. So she did check to see if I had that, and I do. I have a Jurassic Park. We used the coloring and crystals that were inside. The crystals were just salt, I think. We used that, but I still have the box because I thought, you know, I liked this T-Rex and I like Jurassic Park movies, so I thought, you know, I might use that. And then I have these egg holders which were in the kit. So yeah, so this is what I have. Okay, so what the heck are we gonna do? What the heck are we gonna do? Well, I know I have to do a yellow warbler, and then I'm thinking, you know, birds are the old dinosaurs, right? So we could maybe use this guy here, this pteranodon kind of guy. Or we could just have the big old T-Rex just up in the corner. He could be roaring, and we could put the warbler down here. Or I could cut the eggs out, although they're not really complete because there's, I guess, this one sort of. I don't really see too much on the back I would use. I don't think. So I probably will use this T-Rex and then maybe some guys from there. So I've got that. I've got to figure out my yellow warbler. But how am I going to do the receipt and this? I think maybe when I see this, I'm thinking I can pull it apart and make like a nest for the warbler to hang out in. So we can make a little nest with that. We can color that. Maybe we'll try some coffee spray. Let's do that now. Because the coffee spray, I'm guessing on a cotton ball, will take a bit to dry. And I do have my handy dandy dryer we can use. Sorry, I'm trying to still fit that in there. Whoops, I don't need the label. I think one cotton ball will be enough. So let's just spread it out thin, and then we will use a handy dandy coffee spray and see how that works. Maybe I'll even spray some of my other sprays in. But let's see how this looks first. This coffee spray, I think I didn't make it as strong as I should have because it seems to spray a little lighter than I would prefer. Well, that looks good on there though. Getting some, oh, we can smell that coffee. We're getting some brown on there. That looks more like a nesting sort of thing. I'm kind of tempted to spray like a little green on there too. And I think, excuse my reach, I don't know why I put things up here and then I have to reach for them. I should just put them on the side. This is one of my fun sprays, thanks to Care, my Take at the Lake. She uses fun sprays and it inspired me to also make my own fun sprays. You know, this bird doesn't have to be like in a traditional nest. I mean, let's jazz it up. Let's give a little blue in it. Now I've totally covered up the coffee though, haven't I? I think I've kind of covered up the coffee, but you know what? You just kind of can't help it when you get those fun sprays out. Maybe a little coffee on top. All right, this thing's saturated. I don't know how I'm going to use that in the next hour. All right, we just gave that a little bit of assistance. I don't want to do it too much. Just a little help because it is pretty wet. And the other thing I have is this receipt, which I think I will also spray because I think it would be fun to have it be maybe some kind of leaves, I'm thinking. So we'll give that some fun spray too. So you're going to get this fun sprays out. You got to have some fun. So we got to have some green, some yellow. Those are good leafy colors, right? That's pretty nice. Oh, a little oversaturated. That's okay. And you know what? Will the brown be good? See, it doesn't really show up. I don't think I did a good job with making that. Let's dry this now, and I will edit it out so you don't have to hear this. Okay, note to self, the receipt may go up in flames pretty quick. So, it didn't actually, but, I mean, we got some black there, so that could just be the thermal, too. I don't know, whatever. We're just gonna... All right. So, we're gonna have those two pieces drying for now. And while those are drying, we will get this back out, and we should probably sketch our warbler so we can figure out where that is going to. I'm thinking down here just because of that big old T-Rex. Should I cut out? Maybe I should cut out the T-Rex just so I can get a good idea of how big this fella is. And I'm gonna save that Jurassic World. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna save that Jurassic World logo too, though, because I like it. I actually haven't seen that movie yet. I've seen all the other ones, but I haven't seen Dominion yet. I think it's up on Amazon Prime, though, so I should really watch it. You know why I haven't watched it, though, is because my kids haven't seen all the Jurassic Park movies. Actually, they haven't seen any of the Jurassic Park movies, so we have to watch some Jurassic Park together. They just watched the first Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark movie, and they really enjoyed it. So that was really fun. Now this, I was going to make some leaves out of. I don't know. Let's cut some tentative leaves. I think it's okay if they've got like tomato-y pictures on them. Or even if they have. And you may hear some laughing because my younger son and my mom are both playing Animal Crossing downstairs and they're having a really good time. So if you hear some laughing, it's floating up from the downstairs where there is a rip-roaring time going on. And I'm going to go join them in just a little bit, giving them some time together, and then I'll go down and pop in and spend some time too. Alright, so we have some... Now, I don't know. Sometimes, I don't know if I will be okay with seeing, like, the words on there. But I'm figuring if they do, like, this G is fine, because when I cut it, I think it's just going to look like a design. But, like, that sort of thing can distract my brain when I'm looking at a page. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if it works for me, or I might wind up having to... maybe go over it with like a ink pad or something like that. All right, so we've got some of our players here. We've got our T-Rex. We've got some sort of leaves. I don't know if those are too successful. See, I was kind of thinking he could be like popping out of the leaves, like, you know, do a thing like that. I guess this probably isn't nearly enough leaves. It doesn't really look like he's popping out of leaves, though, does it? Does it? No. I guess I could put some behind him. I don't know. I don't know about this. See, this is the thing. It takes me a bit to get my pages together. We'll get there, but I'll try to do light editing. Alright, so if he's up here, he's got some leaf sort of things like that. And now let's draw our yellow warbler down here. So let's pretend the nest would, let's say the nest is like here. Just to make sure we keep space for that. And then we have our little warbler. Maybe I'll have the warbler like saying, "Hey!" I think I'm gonna have the bird talking to the dino. I kind of didn't leave room for the tail. Give him a little bit more there. The nest will be coming around like that. And, I mean, he would have a wing going like this. And he could be saying something. I know. Let me see. What do I have? Receipt. Oh, the exam. Hold on. I could make leaves out of this too. I forgot. I've got the receipt and I've got this. I could put that on first and even make this like a sky. Let's see. Maybe I want to put this on first. Or should I color it first? Yeah, I think we'll add it to our list of colors. But I shouldn't do it green again because I already have green. So maybe this will be some sort of exotic. Whoops, exotic as I drop my fun spray. Luckily, it didn't spray. We could have some like cool pink flowers or something, right? We can have some tropical flowers blooming maybe. So that way it's not just leaves. So we've got some yellow and what else do I have? Is this green? No, that's purple. I don't want purple. I don't know. I'm going to try just a hint. I don't want purple, I say, as I add blue to pink. That made no sense, Amy. There we go. Make that a little more. Give it a little more oomph. A little more oomph here. Yep, that's good. No, let's add more. Okay. All right, that's the final fun spray for now, I think. Let me give that a quick dry and we will move it to the side. So now let's move all that down here. Okay, now I think the next thing we should do is this really dark or is this just me? I feel like it looks really dark. I apologize if it does. All right, now let's just outline our yellow warbler here. And I know we're going to be filling it in with the glue. But this way we'll know. Did I say with filling it in with the glue? Not with the glue, with the yellow pages. But this way we can at least see what we're supposed to be filling in. And then that's just a messy nest, so that part doesn't really matter. Okay. So now we will take this and rip this into little pieces to fill in our bird. And I've got my handy dandy glue stick. I've got a little handy dandy everything. Oh, I love this glue stick. This is my favorite one. It smells like almonds and it's awesome. A little expensive though, so I don't use it all the time. It's like a treat. Every Christmas I get a 3-pack. And then I just see how long it lasts me. And then when it runs out, I just use whatever until Christmas. And then I get another one. But this is my favorite one. So I think I will just put some glue. I will just put some glue on there. And let me just put that up here. Actually, hold on. Hold on one second. Let me just move this out of the way. And sometimes we get little blobbies there of glue, but that's okay. We can blend them in or pick them back up and kind of put them on top of the glue stick. And let's see what we can do with this. So the warbler is mostly yellow, obviously, I mean yellow warbler, but also with some black on the wings. So I may try to have a little more yellow here and then see if I can find pieces that have a little more black on the wings. And it's funny because as I'm putting this on, this doesn't look super yellow, but these are yellow pages. So does anyone have a landline? I know those are mostly a thing of the past as people use their cell phones, but we actually still have a landline at the house. And it's kind of nice to have. And we've got some text. You know what? I'm going to move up to where this lady is because she doesn't have any text, and I think I'll try using that bit of black on there instead of the texty. Let's cover up a little of that. And we'll just do our best filling this in. We got some little pieces here. Little wings. And I'm usually not too chatty when I am crafting. Although my friend and I do sometimes, my friend Chrissy, who I exchange the prompts with every week, sometimes we'll do a FaceTime as we work on our prompts and stuff, and that's really fun. So I guess I do talk when I'm crafting or journaling or whatever sometimes. Now that's a big old E, so I'm going to rip that smaller, then I can't tell it's an E. Or if I can, I don't think it'll bother me if I just kind of blend it in there. Anyone else like that with words? It's like sometimes I love having words on my pages, and other times I get distracted by them. But I used to make soul collage cards. Not that I wouldn't make them anymore, I just haven't in a long time. And it's kind of like making your own tarot deck, but you make it with glued images, like from magazines, like as if you're doing a glue book. And you just create cards intuitively. And then each day you pull a card and you see what wisdom it has for you. And there's more to it than that, but that's just a real quick explanation of what it is. And I remember when I was learning about making those cards, the teacher had told us not to use any words on our cards because when you pull the cards each day, you want them to be able to offer you new wisdom, or you may think that this card you made represents some sort of a weakness, like a shadow card, they call it. Like, not that a shadow card is weakness, but I'm just saying you may make the card and think like, oh, this is more of a dark card. But then when you pull it and you actually do a reading with it, it might turn out that it's actually a card about strength. You know, it's not actually about what you thought it was. So I think I like the idea of not having the words, just because today I could make this page and be thinking one thing, but that's not to say that when I look at it, you know, years from now, it may not mean the same thing at all anymore. So I think that that is what shaped my frame of mind around using words in my art. So I use them sometimes, but it's pretty sparingly. And I do just think it goes back to the soul collage and the just leaving it open to interpretation, whether it's me looking at the art or somebody else. But you create the way you like. Don't worry about what I'm saying. You cover your page with words if that's what you love. I love seeing people's pages that are covered with words. I love it. I think it's beautiful and I think it's powerful. It's just not the sort of thing I can usually pull off and feel like it works for me personally. But I love seeing it in others' work. I don't know what I'm doing here. I had a picture of a window and now I feel like, I don't know. I don't think I actually like that. I think I like the plain yellow, and then I like as you go into the wing, it's a little more. Can I do more than that? Or is that it for my little warbler? I know I've still got some little wing tips there, but they're so small. Why did I make them so small? I guess we'll do that, and then we can try to like redraw the edges maybe, so you can still see that they're wings, because of course I lost a little bit of that detail as I'm working in here. So I think I will probably, knowing me and the way I like to have the ink lines in my work, I'm sure I will go back in and redo that. Don't know if it's worth redoing yet though, because my nest may wind up covering a lot of that. And my nest is still pretty wet, so we're going to leave that. And the receipt is pretty good. The exam is still really wet. So far, yellow pages with a yellow warbler, who's not super yellow. I could actually jazz up a little of the yellow maybe. Should I make the yellow a little more yellow? Is that cheating if I kind of go over? I just want it to be a little more yellow. I'm sorry if that's a little bit of cheating there, but I just a little bit, just a little bit. There we go. And because I did that, I think I will also do the beak, which is a dark color, I believe. I don't really want to do black though, so I'm just going to make it like this indigo blue, because I feel like the black will just be too much. And the eye is dark too, so I think I'll also make that an indigo. And I know you can't see the eye. I can redraw that. Oh, and the camera I'm using is going to turn off at about 30 minutes, so I have to keep my eye on that. There we go. Actually, I can do the wing that's right here, maybe. Just kind of give a little bit of definition there. I don't know if it's going to get covered up, but there we go. There we go. So there's our little guy looking up at our big old T-Rex. And I think I do need to do the background now. So we've got this, which I think I'm just going to rip messy. I'm not going to make nice, neat leaves. I will just sort of rip it like this. I think I'll just do that kind of thing. I think I'll just mix it all up. I think I'll just do a combination of the receipt, the leaves, and the exam paper, which, let me just dry that real quick. Alright, so we know he's going to go here, but do we need to put our paper down first? And what are we going to do with it? It's just going to be strips too. I could do something like that. I don't know, I think I'm just going to have this be some strips too. And let's just start gluing. Let's just start gluing and see what the heck we wind up with. I think that's the way to do this. Just to go right into it. And here I was talking about the little letters on there, but I have numbers and stuff all around. It sounds like my son is now doing a ping pong game downstairs. You never know what's going to happen here. All right, and then my nest, which I should actually go put outside, will go here. I'm going to put this outside. I'm going to pause, and I'll be back once this dries, because it's going to take a little bit. So I shall return. Okay, so I tried to give our nest some time to dry, and it's pretty dry. I think we're just going to work with it. I apologize that this video might be dark. I'll see what I can do to lighten it, but it is so dark and rainy today. We're going to use our tacky glue for attaching the cotton. I think that will give us our highest chance of success. I could be completely wrong. But yeah, we had some thunder earlier, and it just keeps getting really dark outside. Then some rain, then the sun might peek out for a minute, and then it gets like real dark again. But I love a good rainy day, unless I have to go out and do something. But otherwise, I like a cozy rainy day. And we've had a lot of them lately, so I guess it's a good thing I don't mind them. I feel like springtime's so busy. I always feel like there's so much you have to do outside, and thinking about maybe gardening or gotta start mowing the lawn again. It's like when you get that rainy day, it's like, oh, I guess I can't go mow the lawn. Or whatever outdoorsy thing you were thinking about maybe doing. I have not started my garden this year. I kind of tinker with gardening. I am no gardener, but I do have some gardens out there, and I did buy my seeds. And yes, I'm still getting some green on my finger. But I wanted to get my garden going, but I haven't done it yet. I haven't cleaned out the old garden beds or anything yet. Gosh, this tacky glue, it's always down here. I always have to shake it. So yeah, it's on the list, as we all say, right? The list is always ever present. But I did get some interesting things. I got some flowers. I thought I could try a flower garden. I'm pretty sure I got this mix too. I know I was looking at it. I think I got it. It was a mix of all different flowers that bloom at night. I think it was called, like, you know, the Moonlight Garden, appropriately. Okay. Let me check now. Receipt? Yes. Exams? Yes. Carton? Oh, I totally forgot about the carton. Yellow Pages cotton ball label. Easter egg kit. Oh no, I totally forgot about the carton. I mean, they're right here on the desk. How did I forget? We're gonna go with this guy, because I think that would look nice. Maybe up here amongst our sort of leaf. Now, where did I put... I've got my scissors here. I don't think scissors would be great for this. I think I'm gonna want to have... Yeah, I think I'm going to try using, this is like a Cricut X-Acto knife. I'm going to try this. I should probably move this out of the way. Put this here so you can see the action. And we will hope for the, oh boy, that was a wonky line already. Who's on Team Wonky? Trudy and I are on Team Wonky. Let me know if you're also on Team Wonky. Or if you have pretty good luck getting things straight. Or if you need to have things cut, like, precise. I'm definitely wonky. I love when I'm watching Possum Patty too, and she says things are possum straight or possum perfect. And it means, you know, it's perfect for her. It's straight enough for her, and I love that. I love that. I'm very, very similar. I think this orange will look good. I could be wrong, but I think it will be good. I don't think there's anything else to use on this carton. There we go. Let's see how we did. Look, you could turn this into a little bird feeder now. All right. Let's put the cap on first, right? We don't want to leave that on the desk. Then I'm just going to trim that off because there's a little bit of that label on there that has like nutritional info or something. And a little bit of that. And just a little bit of this. And I don't mind if there's some blue. I actually like that. Okay. Now what the heck are we going to do with this? Let's see. I was thinking like just put it up here. Why is there an orange? I don't know. Maybe this guy wants to eat the orange. Maybe they're sharing an orange. They're having a luncheon together. They're having a nice little... Maybe this... Do yellow warblers eat oranges? Hold on. Let me look it up because I actually have a little book here, a little page here. Let me see. Food, insects. Okay, it seems that they don't eat fruit. But maybe we'll make an exception. Maybe, yeah. Should I have this guy eating the orange? I mean, that shape is almost like the same shape as this too. I could just put it like that. And it would be kind of like... Because the only other option I think is to put it up here, which I like how that looks, but I just feel like it's incredibly random just floating up there. I feel like at least if it were down here, there could be some sort of a story here. So I think I'm going to put it there. But something needs to go here, right? That looks a little sparse. And I got to shake this thing again because you know this glue. Two-hand it. I think I must have like another some kind of blockage in there or something. Feels like there's always a blockage. No matter how many clumps I pick out, there's always another one. I love this glue, but yeah, I feel like I'm always battling to get it to come out. All right. Now we have that. We have the carton, but something should go here. And I don't think it's going to be the drink. I was trying to see if there was something else. Something else on this carton. I think this is just oranges, but I could cut out a little... I think I might cut out a little word bubble. I have an idea. Harder to cut up here, I think, because of these folds that are coming in there. And I just want to cut out a basic... I'm just going to cut this out and not worry about the shape. And then once it's cut out, I was going to see if I could turn it into like a word bubble sort of thing. So I'm not being very precious about it at all. And just release it. Again, I can just tear it because I don't really mind. Okay. Now, make this into a word bubble sort of situation, like that. You know what? I didn't color this little warbler's, like the mouth inside. I'm going to do that. Just use a little colored pencil and touch that up. And then I think I also want to like do something in between, like these sections here. Put some color in there, but I think I'm going to make it more blue so that way it doesn't totally blend in with the receipts and stuff. Just do something like that, just to kind of finish those sections. And then if it gets on the receipt and stuff, like I like that too. If it gets a little bit of bleeding on the edges, I like that too, so I'm okay with that. So we'll just color this in, these little white areas. My chair is really creaky, I should say, so I apologize about that. It's just a dining room chair. It's not like really a particular chair for sitting at one's craft table or art space and doing things. It's just literally like, well, I grabbed it from the dining room because it was there, and we have extra chairs there that we don't really use. Did I get them all? I think I'll just do a little bit there. I kind of like this just being messy. And maybe I'll just do a little bit in between too. I kind of like that, just like a little bit messy in between. Creak, creak, creak. Just a little bit. I feel like that might give it just a little more depth too. This doesn't look so one-dimensional, because if these were like, if they were out in the jungle, you know, there'd be some shadows and stuff in between. It wouldn't all just be one-dimensional, right? That little circle for a second. Okay. And over here, I really should have the nest go all the way over there. Maybe we can just stretch that up, and I'll just fudge that a little bit. Alright, so that's good. And then I think I would like to add a little bit of gold. Why? I don't know. I just feel like it needs a little something. Just like a little bit here and there. Not like a ton, just like a little bit. Just for fun. Can I put it on here too? I can. Let's paint our cotton ball. I like that. I've never painted a cotton ball before. And we'll just put a little bit here. Just makes it a little more messy too. I kind of like it being a little bit messy back there. And hopefully a little bit shiny once it dries. Alright, so now we've got, I don't think that'll work on it. No, that's going to resist it. Too waxy. I do like it on here though. There we go. Okay, so we've got a little bit of gold. I feel like I want to do some dots. Do some dots? What color? Let's try some maybe yellow sort of dots. I don't know why. feel like these receipts and stuff, I just want to get them a little more messy, I guess. Give them a little something else. Now, is that bird getting lost in all this? I feel like maybe that bird is getting lost. And a little bit of blue too, just, I don't know. Oh, I got it on my bird. Got it on my bird. That's okay. Bird doesn't mind. I could cover. I mean, I could be a little neater with my stuff. All right. And I think we're good with that. And then I think we will let that dry. And then I will add this. And I think I might add... I'm going to add a little bit of an outline to this bird, I think. Because I don't think I want to outline him with the ink, but I do want you to be able to see him. I don't know if he's blending into the background a little too much, so let's try that. And just a smidge of water, and we'll just kind of do a little messy kind of outline. What do you think? Okay. So I think I'm just going to add this. And that might be it. But I'm going to let this dry first. So I will pause the video and I'll be back in a little bit once this dries. Okay, I'm back, and I thought I might try a Posca pen. If I do this on here, will this look like a... I don't think it's going to show up, is it? It's a little too light. Thought it might be fun to just have some leafy sort of things, but that's really not going to work, is it? Probably work on that paper there. It likes the exam paper. Just try to make some leafy sort of things, but so I have this word bubble I thought would be cute, and I wrote, "Hi, great, 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 great grandmother." I know it's a lot more greats than that, but I only have so much room. I brought an orange to share. So this little bird has no idea what its relative would have eaten. So it's assuming perhaps an orange would be good, not realizing that this dino would probably much rather just eat the bird. But you know, if they are relatives, then probably not. But just the T-Rex would much prefer to have some sort of meat. But this guy doesn't know. He's just being polite and having a nice meal with his grandmother. And that I feel like maybe I'll use. I am going to try a white pencil around that. Sorry, I'm getting it out of a plastic bag here. I'm going to try this and see. It may not work. I feel like, I think the only thing that's going to do is just actually smudge the leaves I was trying to do. So maybe I can just do this around the edge to make it look more like a word bubble. Can't do the, it's a little tricky to get it around the whole thing. There we go. Could try it on the outside too, but I think where I have those leaves, it's not going to show up too much, yeah. But we have it in there. And I feel like I want to give this orange a shine. Okay, and that's it. I'm going to bring it up so you can see. Here is our completed page with everything on it. I hope you enjoyed coming along with me and doing it in sort of real time with minimal editing. Thanks so much for stopping by, and I will see you again next time. Take care, everyone. Have a great week. Bye-bye.